Hey guys, today we are going to talk about Devil May Cry 5. This is an excellent game that has a very in-depth combat and skills, along with a high skill ceiling. It also sports gorgeous visuals thanks to the RE engine and warriors characters that all play differently and keep the whole thing feeling fresh. Environments are varied, with hidden secrets, challenges and alternative routes. The cutscenes are just as highly quality as the gameplay itself, with a variety of interesting characters and interesting twists. No spoilers, Devil May Cry 5 has a pretty interesting story that most players will appreciate after having played the previous games. However, for newcomers, it's still fairly easy to follow as the game has a fairly lengthy introductory cutscene, along with gradual tutorials that also give you lore at the same time. All of the characters are well developed, and playing as different ones at varying times in the story adds a lot to the experience as well. Having plenty of cutscenes was a nice change of pace from all the murder and mayhem, as fun as that was. Overall, the story in Devil May Cry is very well done and ties into the old games, but is still accessible to newcomers, though players would benefit from watching a synopsis at least. This is where the meat of this game is, and also where you will take a lot of meat out of demons, because they deserve it. The gameplay in Devil May Cry 5 is smooth, brutal, and requires fast reflexes. It feels like riding a roller coaster that you are not wearing a seatbelt on. Increasingly exciting and invigorating, but if you lose control and thus your groove, you will be punished. One additional note is that the game seems to encourage multiple playthroughs, since you cannot unlock everything the first time through and you unlock additional modes or further upgrades upon your first campaign completion. The gameplay can roughly be divided into few categories, though with some overlap: combat, skills, items, and exploration. The combat in Devil May Cry 5 is essentially third-person hack and slash with a lot of different combos and skills you can utilize. A very important fact to keep in mind is that combat varies greatly between characters as well, so you can expect a large amount of variety. The battles primarily take place inside a locked arena, similar to Doom 2016. Which means there is truly no escape and you must fight to the death. There are a few roaming enemies throughout the course of the game, but most of the battles are very focused, intentional events. Correctly making combo moves and switching up attack styles quickly results in a higher score in your missions, with the highest being SSS. Most combat consists of a primary attack using some sort of melee weapon like a sword or fists, with a secondary attack that is often ranged like a revolver or shotgun. Another important element is the lock-on feature that lets you concentrate on a specific enemy and which also acts as a modifier to certain attacks. In addition, enemy attacks can often be countered or dodged with the correct time and combination of keys. Branching out from these basic attacks are skills and movements you can unlock that all can be affected by different keys or buttons. A single primary attack can be totally different by simply using your forward action or reverse action, or holding lock on with a movement key. The upgrade system really goes insanely in depth here, providing the player the opportunity to really experiment and find the skills they enjoy. Skills are unlocked with red orbs, which are essentially in-game currency that is dropped from skills and can also be found scattered throughout the maps. As the game progresses, a lot of new and different ultimate skills can be unlocked that push the compatibility to the max. Depending on the character, some truly devastating powers can be unleashed that knock all but the most powerful demons into bits. These ultimate powers, however, take time to change and can be replenished in various but limited ways. Graphics and optimization are where Devil May Cry 5 really shines. The character faces and animations are impeccable. and the environments are detailed with fantastic atmosphere. The combat is only made better because of this, as this is nothing quite like seeing high-resolution demon blood flying across the screen. The sound on Devil May Cry 5 has a very well-designed audio with lots of audio cues and combat that provides plenty of feedback. The only audio-rated aspect that really stood out in a good way was the soundtrack. Devil May Cry 5 frankly has an amazing soundtrack with really memorable tracks that fit perfectly to the high-intensity combat. In conclusion, Devil May Cry 5 seems to be a nearly flawless addition to the Devil May Cry franchise, with a lot of fluid and technical combat, an intense story, and absolutely gorgeous visuals. For someone completely new to the franchise and even to the genre, it is worth picking up on sale and obliterating some demons. So, this brings me to the end of our review. Thank you for being with me on my channel. I hope you enjoy my content. See you next video. Please subscribe and put your likes. Bye!